Alright lads, so coming straight off of the end of year BANKAI live stream, within this video we'll be breaking down everything that was announced in the BANKAI live, all in the course of potentially under 10 minutes time. Who actually knows? There's a lot to talk about. So the first thing to talk about, of course, the most exciting thing from this entire trailer is the new 1000-year Bloodlord characters to celebrate the end of the year. And Caleb did not hold back, giving us the two characters a lot of us were expecting, a new Ichigo and also Yhwach, but maybe not entirely what you were expecting. In this case, our first character is a new true Shikai version of Ichigo, a Heart Soriba with the Soriba and also Stern Racer kill ability. Alongside that, he is the second character in the game to come with two soul traits, that being 20% strong attack damage and also 12% reach. Now, Ichigo is setting up to be the best character in the game. He is absolutely insane with the skills that he does have. In terms of strong attack damage output, he has Frenzy +2, an 80% SP boost, and 100% more damage to enemies he does inflict with an ailment, because he can inflict both weakening and also lacerate. Now, the really special thing about this character is that he does have an increased chance to inflict status ailments, but it's only to the two killers he has. It's not tied behind an affiliation, and in ways that is one of the most broken things about him. In Guild Quest content, for example, it means any boss he goes against, and you will be going against all 5 attributes, he has an increased chance to inflict status ailments against any boss, and that is absolutely insane. Especially because the fact he has an amazing strong attack here with the new most broken thing in Brave Souls, that SA3, which is, as most of us were expecting, a Getsugu Jujisho. Visually, this character looks amazing, especially on that SA3. It looks so cool and it looks fun to play with. I have no idea how broken this is going to be, but it looks absolutely amazing. The best way to describe this SA3 is that it's a different take on the barrage attack that Bambietta has. In this case, though, it looks significantly better. It looks to have a massive wide AoE to it, hitting multiple times, and then at the end you end off with a Getsugu Jujisho. It's one of the most innovative strong attacks they made in the game. This is a powerful attack, and it's definitely only going to be saved for some of the most exciting and hyped characters in the game, and right now this Ichigo is the only character to have it. Our second character, to no one's surprise once more, is another Yhwach, this time though against his battle with Ichibe. Now, the special thing about this Yhwach, it might as well be our first Yhwach in Bleach Bracelets, because we finally got a playable spiritual pressure unit with this new Yhwach, a mind to hollow and also no affiliation killer with a 40% recharge soul trait. Pretty good killer combination, and this character is also setting up to be really powerful, potentially the best character in the game alongside Ichigo, as he does come with a new defeat counter, very similar to Yatsu, but in this case an actual visual on the character. The more kills he gets, the new skills he unlocks. So going from top to bottom, at 20 kills he gets 20% more melee damage. At 40 kills, he gets a 40% Berserker. At 60 kills, he gets a 60% Devastation. And then at 80 kills, he then gets a second special move. That right there is absolutely insane, especially given the fact that this character Subbomb will nuke really hard. This is going to be really good in co-op content. You can basically nuke the last 2 rooms and get very fast clear times with him. And at the same time, especially in Limit Breaker, being able to use 2 soul bombs makes a massive difference. It really does. But that's not all he does have, because he is the first main character to come with Mind Attribute Strong Attack Recharge. This is something that we did predict leading into this end of year banner. And he also has a really good strong attack damage output with Frenzy +2, 80% SP boost, built-in Berserker, weakening at every single attack. He's completely immune to status ailments, and he also has a really amazing strong attack here with an AoE in front of him for a strong attack 1, a distant AoE into a tracking vortex SA2, and an amazing beautiful strong attack 3, that of course being a 4 screen. Outside of his defeat bonus, he's a very simple character, but a good one at that. Honestly, there is almost nothing to complain about this character, maybe besides the fact that he lacks 2 status ailments. But honestly, it doesn't matter. This character is absolutely insane and an amazing character for our very first Yhwach. Well deserved. Long wait for this character to come out, but I am very happy, especially how cool he really does look. And then as our third character, the one that was in debate, who would the character actually be? Would it be a Yama? Would it be a Drukum? Would it be a Driscoll? Would it be a new Kilgay or Uryu? Nope. It was Orihime from Season 1, Episode 1. This character honestly should have been done back in September when we got the first trio. It always felt weird that she never got included, but I guess now is a decent time to include her. I don't know, it's the weirdest character of the bunch. I'm happy she finally got included, but I feel like this should have happened a while ago. But the benefit of her being in this banner is that Ichigo or Yhwach are not the Brave Battle characters. Instead, Orihime is. And Orihime is looking to be the best Brave Battle character in the game. Who would have thought a base Orihime would hold that title? One of the reasons why this Orihime Orihime is setting out to be one of the best, if not best, Brave Battle character in Brave Souls is due to the skills that she does have. She is the first character in the game to have a persistent skill. Now, this was the skill that was data mined, and essentially it means that when she does die, she has a 10-second invincibility. So she has the best survivability in the entire game. She's going to take full advantage of any low stamina damage abilities that she does have, and no one as of right now can go through it. So this basically means that she counters everyone in the meta, and unless you can stall out those 10 seconds when she is invincible, you're going to have a hard time going against her. Now, one very weird thing about this Orihime is that she is a range character, and for those that aren't aware, range characters AI in Brave Battles is not that good, and that's why we haven't had a range Brave Battle characters basically since this Orihime. And you can kind of see in the gameplay, the bad AI for range characters in full effect. It basically means that she spends more time flash stepping away when characters get close to her, and she really doesn't need to do that. Despite that drawback of her having technically bad AI, her being a mini character would have been significantly better and would have been in a way more toxic, but I guess you still get the benefit given the fact that, again, when you do die, you're taking no damage for 10 seconds. Alongside the new persistent skill though, she basically has everything you want in a Brave Battle character. Under half stamina, she takes 50% less damage. She does 50% more damage. For the first 10 seconds in Brave Battle, she has Flurry +3. Naturally, she has Flurry +2. She herself has invincibility. She can go for invincibility, and she also prevents last-ditch survival. Alongside that, her SA2 is a debuff and also barrier, so she's setting up to be a pretty good character outside of Brave Battles, someone you could use in PvE content and maybe even in guild quests. Honestly, a pretty good character, especially in Brave Battles. A very weird choice as the third character, but again, if it means we can get a broken Ichigo and Yhwach and none of them are being Brave Battles, then I'm all for it. After that, we have the Brave Souls Lottery. They did 2 rounds of this, one at the start of the stream and one at the end. These are the winning numbers, and I believe there was a third winning number that Morita actually drew out. So if these are any of your IDs, you potentially won upwards to 3,000 orbs. In fact, fun little fact, one person did win it, but unfortunately they haven't logged in over the last 2 years. For me, I don't think I won anything on any of my accounts. Let me know if you guys did in the comments below. But at the very least, for those that did log in within the last 2 weeks prior to this BANKAI live stream, I think everyone should be getting either 40 or 60 orbs, depending on if they counted the third winner. Speaking of orbs, for the co-op segment of the game, if we, the community, playing with the voice actors, were able to clear their quest fast enough, everyone would be gifted 50 spirit orbs, which is already in your gift box right now. That then takes us into the second part of the news. The first announcement, which is already announced in-game, is the new Limited Nightmare Guild Quest that is coming out tomorrow. We will be live streaming it, feel free to hop in. The second announcement was a new Limited Time Limit Breaker Quest. Now, the special thing about this upcoming Limit Breaker Quest is that it's said to have improved rewards, and they've also made it a tad bit easier on the more difficult stages like stage 6, 7, and 8. This should make it a lot easier to get to stage 19, where you do get all the orbs and also transcendence points. But once you do make it to stage 20, it was said that the enemies will be a tad bit more difficult, giving you more of a challenge for those that want it after you already earn the rainbow badge. So pretty fun, new, unique Limit Breaker quest coming our way, better rewards, and a more difficult challenge for those that do want that. Alongside that, finally, after 4 months since the initial announcement, we are getting the new 1,000 Year Blood War story arc re-added to the game. For those that have already cleared the 1,000 Year Blood War story when it did come out over 4 years ago, don't worry, you'll still be able to get the orbs once more. But finally, it's coming to the game. It's coming out on the 12th, which coincidentally is also when the next mid-month banner is getting announced. So wonder if they're going to tie something up with that. Not sure how many orbs we can get from this, but usually is upwards to 200 plus. So looking forward to that when it does come out. After that, they then announced some new quality of life stuff. In this case, once implemented, we can now strengthen all 3 link shots at once, which is pretty nice. I do link shot my characters quite often, and sometimes you have to press the button upwards to 60 times in one go. That's quite a lot. So being able to link shot all my characters TT20 in one button saves me the time of having to, click my characters 60 times. Additionally, they also once more are talking about what they already announced in game, which a lot of people did miss, is a new affiliation bonus feature. From the wording of it, when we did get the announcement over, I think a month ago, when they did remove team effects, this was the reason why they did remove them. But this new affiliation system is going to reward you for having a larger character roster. The more characters you have in a certain affiliation means the potential more damage your certain affiliation characters can actually do. It's a good idea for collectors. I don't mind it, but we don't learn much about it. And for the most part, that was just kind of old news that was already announced in game a month prior. After that, they then announced the new banner. The main thing to take away from this is that yes, it is not a 7-step banner. So it's something that you might want to spend more than 7 steps on. Finally, we're kind of done with them. The only 7-step banners I now expect to see in the game is essentially post selection. Now, I guess the downside is that we don't get a free multi, but the benefit here is that you actually get a good step up format. And I much rather have this any day of the week over a terrible 7-step banner. But with that, this banner is working a tad bit different than usual. It is a normal 25-step banner, but as you can see here, there's actually 50 steps. Now, I have no idea who's actually going to go all the way to step 50. I have no idea, but I don't mind the idea of them adding more steps. There are times both for free-to-players and whales where you finish step 25 and you still don't have what you want. So you might want to keep going. I've done that in the past. So being able to have the option to keep going when you're not satisfied with your summons is pretty cool. In my opinion, they should just keep repeating from step 1 to 25. Let me summon as much as I want, don't limit me. I rarely, if ever, do that, but the option to do that is nice if I ever do make it to step 25. For those that are wondering, 50 steps on any banner is 11,000 orbs. Are you going to do that? Probably not. I might even do it, but the option is there. And if you do go to step 50, you also get an additional choose a character ticket where you get to pick one of the 3 characters. Now, unfortunately, as me making this video, we don't know the filler pool. We'll find that out on the 27th. But this banner is said to actually have 3 main characters, that of course being the Ichigo, Yhwach, and Orihime, and 9 other fillers. So it's a 12-character banner. So I believe that means there's no other unfeatured characters. So if you get a 5-star, it's 1 in the banner. Hopefully the filler pool is good. Again, we'll find out on the 27th. We're then, of course, getting our annual choose a 6-star summon. The selection of characters does look quite solid this time around. I believe the character pool goes upwards to maybe late 2022. Weirdly enough though, this is coming out on the 1st of January, so it's actually coming out 2 days after the actual summons. In fact, a day prior, but a day after the actual banner. But unfortunately, this is where we come to the not so exciting news and quite disappointing news actually. This is the end of year point event, but there is no special move source. We should have gotten a speed one, and there was no announcement of that in the stream. I was very excited in this live stream, was super pumped for the new characters and all the stuff they announced. But the second I saw this, my mood was kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. Now, I do want to say that there's maybe a chance the special move source has been moved elsewhere, and maybe we can get it during a campaign like the New Year campaign, which is set to start on the 31st. But as of right now, according to this BANKAI live stream, they have made no announcement of that. So I encourage you lads, actually, if you made it to this far into the video, to go in the Discord and complain. The lack of a move source is very disappointing. It seems they're doing this now with the introduction of the new banner systems. We didn't get a move source back in September. I wasn't happy about that, but they've done that in the past, so I thought maybe this was a one-off. But not doing it for the end of year is very disappointing, and also very weird considering that if we're not getting move sources anymore, how are we supposed to get them? You can't just have items in the game that is not acquirable by any means. Even if we are overreacting and there is still some way to get the move source, they should have made that clear. So I encourage us to go to the Discord and let your voice be heard that a lack of a move source here is not acceptable. But as we did mention, there is of course the New Year's campaign. Have no idea what this does include. Most likely 2 times IZ, most likely 2 times Droplet Zone, hopefully 2 times Inheritance Trials. There might be some more goodies here. We'll find out all the information in this campaign on the 30th. And then lastly, they're doing a special end of year quest challenge where I believe you're encouraged to record a clip of you just clearing some type of quest. I'm not really sure what the details are. We'll find that out tomorrow actually. But if you do post a clip as part of this campaign, you could potentially win a Rainbow Special Move Source. And I'm one of the people that actually won the Move Source last time, so I definitely recommend you guys try and do it. And with that, that's basically the breakdown for the end of year BANKAI Live Special. Pretty excited for all the things to come, especially the new characters that I'm of course most excited about. These 3 characters visually look absolutely amazing and seem to play really fun too. That SA Throne Ichigo, man, what a fun looking character. I of course definitely will be summoning at least 25 steps on this banner. They're definitely worth summoning, but we have no idea how good the banner is going to be until the 27th. There's some good stuff coming our way, of course, with the Choose a 6-star. We have the 1000-year Blood Roar story mode coming out to the game too, albeit on the 12th. We have 3 accessory summons coming our way too, a lot of good stuff, but unfortunately the lack of a move source has definitely soured the mood right now, I'm not going to lie. Would have been cool if they announced some other stuff like a new epic raid, maybe some other quality of updates that had yet to have been announced. The second part of the news definitely could have been a tad bit better, giving us an insight what they had planned for the start of the year. But right now, my biggest and only problem with this live stream and end of year celebration, again, is the lack of a move source. This isn't just a free-to-play issue, it's an everyone issue. So again, I recommend you guys to leave some feedback in the Discord, and hopefully they can somehow give us a new speed move source, or any other move source, I'll take it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though. As soon as next time, take care, and peace.